With the recent changes to YouTube's monetization policy, we'd like to ask that you please consider supporting the channel through Patreon. As thanks, Patreon members will receive early notification of mini-documentaries, special behind-the-scenes making of the Edge videos, outtakes, bloopers, lost episodes, and more. Support tiers start for as little as $1 a month. Check the link in the description. Thank you.
So, Rob, there's a little bit more movement on this CBS Viacom merger. We reported about it a little bit more. Of course, this is something that we've covered here and there since it's since it was announced. Give us a little bit more info on that, which recently just surfaced here on the interwebs.
Yes, Deadline is reporting this, that the CBS Viacom merger is actually in motion. It comes right from Deadline. CBS's plans to make an all-stock offer for Viacom, pegging its value below current market valuation. Sources familiar with the matter have confirmed. The initial offer to Viacom, which is expected to come within a matter of days, proposes installing CBS chief executive Leslie Moonves at the helm of the merged company for at least 2 years, Reuters reported. It's unclear where that would leave Viacom CEO Bob Bakish, who's been attempting to effect a turnaround and has won some points in some quarters for being a welcome change from predecessor Philippe Dahlman. The companies hope to reach an agreement before May when they report quarterly results. Talks could be difficult if they start with a below market offer for Viacom, though clearly CBS has had a far better run than its one-time corporate mate. Viacom bought CBS in 2000, but the companies then split in 2006. They abandoned similar merger talks in 2006. It goes on to say that shares of both companies have been treading water of late. In today's trading session, Viacom dropped nearly 2% to end at 30. Okay, some stock information. So what's happening is that CBS is making an all-stock offer. Okay, they want the company stock. They're gonna try to buy them with the stock offer. They're offering below market value. Typically, what happens, you start with a ridiculously low offer. The other party comes in with a ridiculously high offer. You try to meet somewhere in the middle. That's how negotiation works.
But Viacom doesn't have much of a choice here, do they?
No, Viacom
is kind of what it's getting to.
Yes, Viacom's been taking it on the chin lately. They are still struggling. People are cord cutting in record numbers, or so I'm told. But every time I talk to somebody, do you have cable? Yeah, I have cable. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Which, like you said, isn't helping CBS much either. But this is kind of the way I'm gathering from what you're telling is they're doing a little bit better than Viacom, so they're the ones who are going to be in control, steering going forward, kind of thing.
Well, what this is going to do, the Deadline article actually says, what this is going to do is, it says, a bulk of CBS Viacom would have the financial wherewithal to bid for increasingly expensive sports rights and gain leverage in negotiations with TV distributors, both traditional pay TV providers as well as online streaming services that gain popularity to viewers. So they would be able to, from being a merged company with Viacom and CBS together, they would, let's just, for the purposes of discussion, be able to bid on the Olympics. They would get Major League Baseball. They would be able to, shore up the football, NFL rights, the NFL package, like I said, or, get the NHL, or whatever it is. CBS, the way that cable works is the parent company, oftentimes they will bundle packages together. They will bundle for cable companies. Hey, you want CBS? You got to take these 4 or 5 other channels with them, or otherwise no deal. So, and that's actually, if you've been paying attention to the cable industry lately, that's been a big sticking point where cable companies have been holding up the parent companies for more money for the cable packages, like Spike. It happened to Spike TV. It happened to
Fox was a big one, yeah.
Fox, Comedy Central. It happened in my area with the Yes Network. Comcast wouldn't play ball to carry the New York Yankees Yes Network. It's been happening a lot lately. So CBS, this would give them more leverage in negotiations with cable companies. That's kind of the idea. And of course, like I said, it brings together a lot of different other things. And it would also give them more access to Viacom properties for CBS's streaming services as well.
Right. You brought up Comcast before, and that's a very important thing, because this will also help not only CBS, but both Viacom and CBS continue to stay relevant going forward in what's probably going to become a streaming war. This will help set up CBS All Access a little bit better, giving them more access to things like you pointed out, a lot more classic television and possibly even movies and whatnot. So that's going to be a big change there. But like we brought up before, this will also unify Star Trek. So theoretically, things could get better for that franchise for those who aren't happy with how those things are going over there. But we can't say that for sure right now because we have no idea going forward. We've had so many different reports about even when we're getting a second season of Star Trek Discovery. Plus we have more reports about movies and scripts, and we'll get into all that on Trek Logs in an upcoming show here. But for now, we're just going to kind of leave it at this, because this is just basically stating that this is one step closer to the end. We're getting there. It's almost unified. This isn't as big of a deal as, say, Disney and Fox or Warner Brothers and AT&T, but it's still a big deal because it allows them to compete in that market going forward.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to see fewer and fewer media companies, actually, in the near future. And there's going to be like maybe 3 or 4, maybe even 5 media companies that are going to own everything. The media landscape is shrinking, and this is part of it.
Yeah, some of that's not good. Some of it's not going to be bad, but there's not much we can do about it. It's just none of these companies are going to be able to sustain themselves if they're not going to be part of what's going forward, and that's a big part of this is streaming. We're going to see a streaming war going forward, and we're going to talk a lot about that in other shows and stuff, so we're not going to get into that here, but I have a feeling that's what a lot of this is about too, is besides the fact that Viacom is basically drowning, and
yeah, this
CBS ain't doing much better, but
no, CBS is, but they're in a better position because they have a lot of affiliates around the country. They have the most affiliates,
right? More liquidity, I'm sure, because of their advertising and all that stuff too.
Yeah, this will help Viacom more than it helps CBS, really. I mean, it's going to help. It'll help both, but this will help Viacom more. So we want to know what you guys think about this.